Hi everyone, it's Keenan here, and today we are taking a look at the Orion 3000 P03 630, a machine that's great for jumping into PC gaming or content creation, but taking it seriously. A compact design with a chassis that is significantly smaller than your typical gaming PC. This tower is 18 litres in volume, whereas your typical one, you're looking at around 45 litres, give or take. Bigger than your next-gen consoles, they're around 7 litres, but you would come to expect that considering the power gap between them. And this one we call a strong mid-tier PC. What that means is it comes in at a great price point for the power you'll get. The cutting edge of PC gaming can get expensive, whereas this one will launch you into true next-gen PC, but be worth every penny. So, a great starter PC to play current games on, with the possibility to upgrade further down the line. This build looks smart when powered off. The clean jet black trim would look juicy on any computer desk. And when powered on, the RGB lighting looks fierce. You can customize these lights using the Predator Sense app, but we'll get onto that later. First, let's take a little gander at the specs. The specs list we have here is all in a theme of the newest generation of parts, but with a consideration to cost efficiency. This will get you running modern games really well at 1440p resolution or lower, especially on a high refresh rate monitor. It will perform very respectably with the elite tier single player games at 4K, but where it really shines is those most popular multiplayer games on the planet. So of course, we did a few tests. We played Warzone, Apex, CSGO, and Fortnite. We tested at 4K to utilize technologies like the NVIDIA DLSS, and then we tested at 1080p with more optimized settings to get a more complete performance picture. On Warzone, with 4K and all the best settings and DLSS on Ultra mode, we're getting around 100 to 110 frames per second, which is sweet. And then when we put everything down with 1080p and more optimized settings, we're getting 120 plus. On Apex, with 4K, we're getting around 90 frames per second, but with 1080p, we're getting 143 frames per second rock solid. And for that game, that is great. With CSGO being an older title, you will expect more frames, which is exactly what we got. With 4K, we're getting 200 plus frames per second, and with 1080p, over 350. And finally, with Fortnite, at 4K, we're getting around 110 frames per second, and that is with DLSS on performance mode. At 1080p, it was a bit variable, so we locked it at 240 frames per second. It did dip here and there, but it looked fantastic. For competitive games especially, you want real performance. With cross-gen play today, you can gain a serious competitive advantage when on a real gaming rig, when some of these players are out here on mobile devices. It's no contest really. But even PC to PC, it is a must-have to have an uncompromising frame rate so you're not at a competitive disadvantage. Most competitive players scale down the settings of their games for this reason, but with a strong mid-tier PC, you can compete with the visuals, so you're not setting everything to blurry pixels like you're playing Fortnite on a console from 2002. As for other games, although you shouldn't expect max PC settings, you'll gain a sizable boost of performance in comparison to even the next-gen consoles. These parts are simply better than anything you can get in the consoles today, so any game will be a jump or two ahead than a console experience. With high-end components, you need cooling to optimize their performance. With the Orion 3000, it has two custom Frostblade fans, which produce around 35% more directed airflow than your typical chassis fans. With the Predator Sense app, you can adjust the performance of your fans, which helps when you get into overclocking your machine. Also, you can sync the RGB with the visuals on your screen or the music you're listening to, if you're so inclined. At the end here, I'd say the Orion 3000 would be perfect for your entry into serious PC gaming or as a gift for someone who wants to jump in. Competitive performance and neat and attractive form factor, an easy carry handle and accessible ports make it very user-friendly and desirable to the right person. Let me know what your thoughts are on the affordable Orion 3000 P03 630 in the comments below. I've been Keenan, hope you enjoyed the video, and I shall see you in the next one.